Hi students, good morning all of you. I think you have enjoyed a lot corona holidays during the academic year last year and this year also. Okay, is it have you enjoyed a lot? No, you enjoyed a lot. Yes, you see, if you think it is a great damage, the pandemic coronavirus damaged our education and learning process. That's why our government is planning to conduct online classes through digital media. So students, I am pleased with you to interact. So let me introduce myself. I am SVSN Murthy, working as a school assistant in JPS School, Jam. Okay. Now today I want to interact with you with the first unit of 10th class, Attitude is Altitude, in this reading personality development. Now let us start our lesson. Okay students, now I am going to show a picture. You have observed and say who he is or she is. Okay. Oh, who is she? Sudha Chandran. Do you know about her? Yes, she is a classical dancer and became a famous throughout the world. But an unfortunate thing happened to in her life. She couldn't guess. She lost her right leg in the road accident. But she did not give up her dancing. So, with an artificial leg, she again practiced and became a famous. So she could give nearly 80 performs throughout the world with artificial leg. That is example for her dedication and hard work. Okay. Now we can see another person. Can you guess? Yes, he is a Stephen Hawking. He is a scientist. Yes, what is the special about him? Yes. He suffered from motor neuron disorder. It is a rare occurrence. Except brain, no part of his body works. Even though he did not lose his hope, with his dedication and hard work, he became a scientist and he found so many useful items about space and black holes. Okay. Next, another person. She is an Irish lady. Yes, she is a Helen Keller. She is triply handicapped. What is a triply handicapped? Dumb, blind and deaf. Even though she is a triply handicapped, she overcome her hurdles and completed graduation. He served a lot for the blind people and she is a good motivational speaker. Okay. Now you observe, here we have seen three characters. All characters are celebrities, but they are not beginning from the celebrities. The luck unfavors them. They became disabled physically or mentally. It is a painful. Most of other people's attitude also agonize them. They overcome their hurdles with positive attitude and become success with their hard work and determination. Okay friends, so if you have good attitude, we can reach altitude. That means we can reach to high position. These are the examples. Now I want to show in this lesson about a disabled person who overcame with a positive attitude and reached altitude. Okay. So our title is Attitude and Altitude. Now, let us read what is given in the textbook under reading segment 1. Okay, you see, children, once I want to read it. Imagine having no arms to stretch in the morning to help you scratch that itch, to allow you to wrap your arms around your loved ones. Imagine having no legs to kick pebbles down the street, to walk or run a bicycle or skateboard to get from point A to point B. Then imagination of both at once, which is what Nick Vujicic has faced in his whole life. Have you heard something like this before? Nick Vujicic was born with no arms and legs, but he doesn't let the details stop him. The brave 26 years old, who is mainly torso, plays a football and golf, swims and surfs despite having no limbs. Nick has a small foot on his left hip which helps him balance and enables him to kick. He uses his one foot to type, write with a pen and pick things to between his toys. I call it my chicken drumstick, joke Nick, who was born in Melbourne, Australia but now lives in Los Angeles. I would be lost without it due to his faith as an evangelical Christian. Nick has chosen to remain the virgin of until the marriage. Although he has had a long-term girlfriend in the past, he is very modest but gets a marriage proposal from women all time, said Nick's friend and publisher Steve Apple from Los Angeles. He would love to get married and start a family, but he is waiting for the right girl to come along. Water sports are not Nick's only thing. He always plays golf with a club tucked under the chin and a huge fan of English Premier League show. Okay, children, you observe some words are underlined, some lines are underlined in different color. Okay, friends, before going to know the summary or story what happens, we leave. Just you have to first of all know the difficult words which are red in color. Okay, you see here some words are marked as a red in color. You see the first one is stretch. Okay, stretch means expand. I am stretching my hands. Okay, stretch means expand. It is an opposite way of a shorten. Stretch, shorten. Okay, now yes, we can use the stretch in our own areas. I can stretch my hands. Okay, were as a children, you might have played with the stones, smaller stones. Pebbles are nothing but smaller stones. The children played with pebbles. Okay. Next, limbs. Limbs, part of the human body, especially hands and legs. Okay. Okay. Example for usage of these limbs. His limbs in his body are strong. Okay. Next, torso. Torso is a body without hands and legs. Okay, the baby was born with torso. Tucked means kept. So we tucked the shirt in the pant. When you read the paragraph, you can use this glossary and you try to underline the difficult words except these words. Okay, friends, spelling test is also given. Yes, vowel clusters. Yes, we have 1 mark from the vowel cluster. Here 2 letters are missed. The 2 letters are given as a heading. We can fill this skateboard. OA, board. So next, premier, P-R-E-M-I-E-R, premier, I-E. Okay. League, L-E-A-G-U-E, league, E-A. Between, B-E-T-W-E-E. So all are vowels. So it is called vowel cluster. Details, D-E-T-A-I, T-A-I. Here key is provided. Okay. Okay. Now you see some opposite words are underlined in the story. Antonyms are opposite words are given. You please observe. Stretch, already we explained stretch, shorten. Okay. Next, allow, disallow. Very good. Love, hated, very nice. Stop, start. Balance, imbalance. Enable, disable. Huge, a small. Huge means bigger, that is small. Okay, friends, we can learn some opposite words from the paragraph, antonyms we call them. We can learn some vowel clusters. These are very useful in the public examination. And also synonyms are also very important for the examination purpose. That's why in language items under vocabulary I have given some synonyms, some antonyms, some spellings. Okay, friends. Now if you read the paragraph, there are 4 lines underlined. Yes, the 2 lines, what are the 2 lines? You see, these 2 lines are a grammatical structure which is given in the textbook. That is a relative clauses. Do you know, friends, a relative clause? What is a relative clause? A clause which begins with a relative pronoun who, which, that. Who or which or that. Sometimes we can use whom and whose. These are called relative pronouns. If a clause begins with who, if a clause begins with whom, whose, it related persons. If a clause begins with which, it is used for the non-persons. Anyhow, whatever it may be. So the clause begins with relative pronoun having a noun as an antecedent. A noun as an antecedent. After noun, the relative clause begins. So after noun begins with who, whom, whose, which, of course. If you observe in the paragraph, you see the brave 26 years old. The brave means here Nicovochis. Nicovochis is the brave man. Now he is 26 years old. So the brave means Nicovochis. It is a noun. It is called antecedent. After antecedent, who is mainly torso? That is a clause. Who is mainly torso? That is a clause. Okay, it begins with relative pronoun and it is having a finite verb, so it is a relative clause. Okay, so relative clause begins from the antecedent. That means the prior word is noun. Next example, Nick has a small foot on the left hip, which means here small foot. Small foot is the antecedent which helps the balance and enables him. Friends, you observe the first sentence begins with who, because the brave person Nick is a person, so who. The second sentence, the antecedent is the small foot, that's why which is used. Okay, friends, now here you observe before relative clause a hyphen is there. That means the subject is not restricted, not limited. Okay, that's why a comma or hyphen can be used before the relative clause, after the relative clause. You can see the after relative clause also hyphen. Next, Nick has a small foot on his left hip, which related to small foot, but there is no gap at all. So that means small foot is the antecedent or noun, it is limited, restricted the clause. That's why it is also a relative clause. A clause which begins with who or which, it's called relative clause. Relative clauses are two types: defining relative clause and non-defining relative clause. Defining means DRC, defining relative clause. Non-defining relative clause means NDRC. Here we have observed two relative clauses. One relative clause begins with who, prior the word a hyphen or comma is provided. So such a, see, whenever the subject is restricted, that is called DRC. Whenever subject is not restricted, that is called NDRC. That means non-defining relative clause. Okay friends, in defining relative clause, the subject is restricted. Already we explained. And yes, it defines the antecedent and it provides the main information only. So there are no punctuation marks used between the antecedent and the relative clause. So such a clause is a relative clause. Example, actually we have identified two clauses. Here one clause is given. It is a defining relative clause because the antecedent, the small foot, is defined here. That's why there is no need of using punctuation marks. Okay. So which helps him, that is the relative clause. Which helps him is the relative clause. Okay. Another example, non-defining relative clause. Here subject is not limited, not restricted. So a punctuation mark, comma or hyphen used to separate the antecedent and the relative clause. So the punctuation marks are used before the relative clause and after the relative clause. So it is the example for this. Okay, the brave 26 years old who is mainly torso plays golf. He who is mainly torso, yes, it is separated from hyphen or we can use comma. It is a non-defining. So we can learn so many times in the lesson, and in next grammar session we can discuss a lot about that class. Okay friends, now you see we explained the grammatical structure, language items. Now just you go through the passage silently. Okay, dear friends, let me ask a question. Why do you use your hands? Tell me. To catch? Yes. To do some works. You can pull a bicycle. You can hold the handle of the bicycle. Okay. You can play. You can swim. Yes. Very good. Next. What are the uses of legs? You can run, very good. You can play, very nice. You can walk, very good. So we can do so many things if you have legs and hands. Suppose a person who doesn't have legs and arms, born as a torso, do you think can he do all the things? No. But because of positive attitude, here Nick was born as a torso. Because of his positive attitude, he overcame his hurdles and became a success. So here you see he faced so many difficulties. Okay, but with positive attitude and hard work and with determination, he became a success. Okay, you can see what he can do. You see here, when Nick was born, just he has no arms and no legs. You can see in the picture. Now he became a celebrity. So amazing. Okay, now you see some more pictures. Even though he doesn't have any arms and legs. Yes, he visits so many countries and gave a valuable message to the disabled persons. He can play with the golf. He can play with the golf. It's a real miracle. The club is tucked under the chin and played the golf. You can see in the picture. Yes, Nick favorite sports are water sports. Now you can see here he is surfing. Surfing is a kind of a dangerous sport, but he loves the sport. You see, he can swim. So even though Nick doesn't have arms and legs, he can play, he can swim, he can move. Everything can be done of his artwork. Actually, he was born in Melbourne, Australia. He lives in Los Angeles, America. So with firm determination, he overcame all his difficulties and hurdles and became a successful person. And now it's a great thing. He lead as a normal human being. He got married the lady whom he loved from the beginning. That is also mentioned in the passage by his friend. Okay, friends? So this is the theme. The main theme of the reading segment is given here. You see, Nick was born without arms and legs. Okay, he faced so many problems and difficulties. Okay, but with the support of parents, friends, and his religion, he can swim, surf, write, play golf, etc. He can write, he can type the computer. For that, he has a little foot on his left hip. So that is very useful. So that foot helps him a lot. That's why Nick joked the little foot is called my chicken drumstick. From that word, you can guess what type of person he is. He is a jovial person and he always has a positive attitude. Okay, he wants to get married and determination to live like an ordinary person. So he got married. He is also fan of English Premier League because he loves playing football and watching football. So that is the greatness of Nick. We can observe from the reading text 1. We can continue in the next lesson. Okay, now I want to pose some questions to you. What are the problems faced by Nick? In the beginning, what are the problems he faced? Okay, you have to answer at home. How was he born? Whether he was born as a normal or do you know? I think. What did he call the small foot on his left hip and why? Okay, already we explained. Apart from water sports, what is Nick interested in? You have to answer the questions for tomorrow's class. Thank you.